Arrest warrants for 3 Chinese killers, one a spurned lover, who are assisted by a Thai woman. The National Police Commissioner General Damrongsak Kittiprapas on Monday advised that visa on arrival facilities from China be looked at as they may be attracting spurious criminal elements from the communist country into Thailand. He accepted the importance of the country's critical foreign tourism industry but suggested that some safeguards could be applied in the interest of national security and ultimately, the safety of law-abiding tourists and visitors. Police, on Monday, investigating the torture and murder of a Chinese 22-year-old student revealed that the young woman probably died after being strangled when a cloth hood was placed over her head and fastened around her neck by the sadistic gang after they had, first of all, burned and inflicted multiple stab wounds all over her body. Police also revealed that at least one of the men was known to the victim and had, in the past, unsuccessfully attempted to woo her. They also disclosed that a 19-year-old Thai woman, a karaoke bar hostess, had befriended the murderous trio from China believed to have carried out the sickening outrage and assisted them, both before and after the murder. Warrants were issued on Monday for their arrest by the Nonthaburi Provincial Court, with Thai police already pursuing their apprehension by authorities in China and extradition back to the kingdom where they face charges including premeditated murder with torture, a capital crime punishable by the death penalty which is, however, rarely enforced in Thailand. Deputy Chief of Region 1 Police Lieutenant General Warrants Sangkham flanked by Deputy Chief of Nonthaburi Police Colonel Sumphan Wangsrasoontorn at 4 p.m. on Monday gave an update on progress in the case, which has seen a warrant issued for the arrest of 3 Chinese suspected killers, one of whom, police have suggested, was a spurned lover of the 22-year-old victim, Ms. Jin Kan, who was tortured to death. There were more developments on Monday in the case of the 22-year-old Chinese woman brutally murdered by 3 compatriots last week, as police revealed that a 19-year-old Thai woman may have assisted the gang. It comes as the heartbroken parents of Jin Kan flew into Thailand to assist police with the investigation and claim the body of their daughter, who was only in the country 20 days when she was subjected to a hideous death at the hands of her captors. At least one of the young male suspects knew the Chinese victim from her time as a university student in China and had tried unsuccessfully to woo her. On Monday, it was revealed that at least one of the young Chinese men was known to the young woman from her time in China, where she was a music undergraduate at university for 2 years before becoming an overseas exchange student in Thailand in her 3rd year. Police suggest that while one of the Chinese men was known to her, he was not in a relationship with the Chinese victim but, in the past, had attempted, unsuccessfully, to woo her. On Monday, senior police officers confirmed that arrest warrants for the 3 named suspects identified as 23-year-old Zhou Xiongfei, 24-year-old Zhou Pengfei and 23-year-old Chen Saikong were issued by Nonthaburi Provincial Court, and police were liaising with their counterparts in China and Interpol to have the murderous trio deported back to Thailand to face charges. Chinese student here only 20 days kidnapped, tortured and murdered by evil gang from China. The 3 are residents of the Chinese northern province of Hebei and had fled the country on March 30 on a flight from Bangkok to Chengdu in Sichuan province in central China. Warrants issued for the arrest of the 3 Chinese suspects who are residents of the northern Chinese province of Hebei. Police seek their extradition. Senior police, on Monday, held a conference between top brass at the Metropolitan Police Bureau Region 1 and key officers working on the case from Bang Mainong Police Station in Nonthaburi, which is investigating the murder. The initial task was the finalization of the arrest warrants, which were subsequently issued by the Provincial Court in Nonthaburi. A media briefing was given by Deputy Chief of Region 1 Police Lieutenant General Warrants Sangkham flanked by Deputy Chief of Nonthaburi Police Colonel Sumphan Wangsrasoontorn at 4 p.m. after a 2-hour conference. He revealed the existence of a 4th suspect in the case, a Thai woman who surrendered to police on Monday for interrogation and who is likely to face charges for rendering assistance to the murder trio both before and after they killed the young woman on the night of March 28 last. 19-year-old karaoke bar hostess likely to be charged but is cooperating with police after assisting the trio before and after the murder of Ms. Jin Kan. The 19-year-old is believed to be a worker at a karaoke bar on Swan Thamara 45 who became known to the 3 Chinese suspects during their first visit to Thailand. Police suspect that the woman formed some sort of romantic attachment to at least one of the men in the group. Investigators also revealed that the 4th suspect has been cooperative and admits to giving local advice to the Chinese men she had become quite friendly with. She denies, however, taking any part in the torture and murder of the 22-year-old victim who police believe suffered an agonizing death at the upmarket house in the Bang Yai district of Nonthaburi, which was rented from an agency by the three men on their arrival in Thailand. Victim died after being strangled when a hood was placed over her head and tightly fastened to her neck. The latest autopsy report from the Institute of Forensic Science has concluded that it is unlikely the young woman died from the 5 reported stab wounds to her left-hand chest area, a wide wound on her right shoulder, nor from extensive burns to her back, but instead suggested that the young woman died as a result of strangulation when a cloth was put over her head fastened around her neck with an adhesive tape. Medics are still working on a final autopsy report and are still conducting further tests. Police also revealed that the 3 men flew into Thailand without a visa and availed of the more convenient visa on arrival facilities at Suvarnabhumi Airport when their flight touched down in Bangkok. National Police Commissioner General Damrongsak Kittiprapas calls for safeguards in respect of visa on arrival passengers arriving from China. On Monday, National Police Commissioner General Damrongsak Kittiprapas noted that the easier access to the country is potentially attracting more criminal elements from China and called for additional safeguards while also protecting the country's critical foreign tourism industry. General Damrongsak told reporters that the motives for the appalling murder appear to be the failure of her family to pay the demanded ransom mixed with the rejection by the young woman of romantic advances from one of her killers. Foreign Minister comes out strongly against visa waiver proposals for China and India at Cabinet. It is understood that the 3 men entered Thailand and were granted a 15-day visa. Rented home and Mazda car central to inquiries on Monday as forensic teams sought DNA evidence. Police on Monday began conducting an exhaustive search and forensic examination of the rented property used by the men and where it is believed Ms. Jin Ken was murdered. Forensic specialists were looking for evidence such as blood stains or spatter as well as DNA evidence related to the accused and the unfortunate victim. A similar examination of the red Mazda car used by the 3 young men was carried out with the same objectives. Police have revealed that the house was rented by a Thai woman believed to be the 19-year-old karaoke bar worker on March 20. She signed a contract and paid for 1 month's rent. However, on March 29, the woman contacted the owner of the property and requested a refund of a portion of the month's rental, saying something had come up and she needed to leave Thailand to return to her home country urgently. 3 men face a capital charge of premeditated murder with torture with the death penalty as punishment. It is understood that the 3 young men are facing charges of false imprisonment, ransom and extortion with the threat of violence, premeditated murder with the use of torture as well as concealing and trying to dispose of a corpse. The charge of premeditated murder with torture is a capital offense in Thailand punishable by the death penalty, a sentence regularly handed down but rarely enforced, with the latest execution carried out in June 2018, under 5 years ago. Capital punishment is back in Thailand. Cold-blooded murderers and drug traffickers are in a spot. Deputy Police Chief General Shurikat Hakparn was reported, on Monday, to be assisting the parents of the young woman while in Thailand and also liaising with police in China and Interpol so that the culprits are rendered back to Thailand to face legal proceedings as soon as possible in a case that cries out for justice.